So today we're going to be talking about whether we think that the original... Today we're going to be talking about Star Wars, first of all. But we're going to be talking about whether we think that the originals or the prequels are better.
New versus old.
New versus old.
Even though they're movies set before the originals, they're new.
Personally, I think that these movies, the prequels... I think this debate can be summed up in 3 words.
I agree with you.
3 words.
Jar Jar Binks. We're just kidding. We're kidding.
It's not actually working.
Yeah.
That would be way too short of a video.
It would work, though.
It would. Because it's true. It really is true. Jar Jar Binks was one of the worst movie characters that have ever existed in any movies ever that have ever been made, ever in the history of movies. So
and I know very few people who disagree with us on that.
Very few.
Very few. So, but we're going to keep an open mind. We're not going to just throw away the prequels because we're biased. But obviously we are kind of biased towards the original trilogy.
Yeah. There were good parts of the prequel. Qui-Gon Jinn, Ewan McGregor, Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon Jinn, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Seemed like the good parts of the
Padme
prequels
wasn't horrible looking. Natalie Portman, I don't know. I don't think
it seemed like the good things that they had with the prequels they killed off in the very first movie.
Yeah.
Because Darth Maul was a good bad guy. He could have been the bad guy throughout the whole series, but they decided to just kill him. And by they, we mean George Lucas.
Pretty cool.
He has a good imagination, but he doesn't have the good directing and acting skills, I guess you'd say.
But gosh, Jar Jar Binks was horrible. I hate Jar Jar Binks.
Well, he was an all CGI character, so, I mean... You can't even blame it on, well, the actor was bad.
Wasn't he one of the first all CGI characters?
In Star Wars?
Well, no, I mean like...
Of all time, no.
In film. No, like, I mean, there have been animated characters, but I thought I heard that he was one of the first, just completely, they didn't use, like,
did they use any...
They
didn't use any body tracking stuff?
They might have, like they did for Gollum and Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
but
well, I don't know if they went that far, though. Well, it's not like the Jar Jar animation was that bad.
Right.
Like,
no, it was just him as a person. We just hated him as a person.
Right. Like, the animation was fine.
We wanted him to die on, what's it called? The planet.
Naboo?
No, not Naboo. The planet where Anakin Skywalker went to kill off the Separatists.
Geonosis?
No, the lava planet.
Oh,
where he got all his arms and legs cut off and became Darth Vader.
That planet. I don't remember that one.
I think it starts with an M, but I'm not sure.
Mustafar. Yes.
That's the name of the system.
It's Mustafar.
That's the name of the system.
He said the Mustafar system, but the planet was called Mustafar.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Mustafar. Thank you. I knew what I was talking about.
Yeah, and we don't even like the prequels, and I already memorized all these useless facts about it. Because each movie that came out, you just thought, maybe this one will be better.
Maybe it'll be better. I saw all of them.
But when they said Attack of the Clones was the title of the other one, because, like, Phantom Menace, decent title. Even though I don't know what the Phantom Menace was. Who was it? I guess it was...
The Phantom Menace, Darth Maul.
Darth Maul was the Phantom Menace?
Yeah, Darth Maul was the Phantom Menace.
Well, no, I think it's kind of more insinuating that the Emperor was the Phantom Menace.
Oh, maybe.
I think, because he's the one pulling the strings behind the scenes. So, I mean, it was a decent title, I think. Pretty decent title. And then you had, Revenge of the Sith.
That's a cool name.
Because Return of the Jedi was supposed to be Revenge of the Jedi originally, so he took that same name and did Revenge of the Sith. Right. Fits perfectly. It's good. It's a good title.
What was a good name?
A New Hope.
Attack of the Clones?
A New Hope.
I think Attack of the Clones
Empire
sounds
Strikes
pretty cool.
Back. I don't know. Attack of the Clones.
Eye of the Sea.
It kind of sounds more like one of those, like, 50s sci-fi movies where they're like, Attack of the Giant Marsmen.
Probably.
So it just kind of, it didn't feel like it fit in the titles that they already had. But that's one complaint about it.
A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back.
That's a pretty cool name.
Return of the Jedi, because...
I still think Revenge of the Jedi would have been a cool name.
The title fits. It is the Attack of the Clones. The clones did attack, but it's still just kind of cheesy.
The one thing I did like about the prequels was that, I don't know, it may not have done it well, And it may not have done it to the fullest extent that people would have wanted to, but it gave the backstory of everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I would have never known who Anakin Skywalker was without that.
Right.
Because I didn't read the books. I mean, I'm a Star Wars fan, but...
Yeah. I mean, there was lore about Anakin Skywalker, and you knew his name because Obi-Wan told him your father's name was Anakin Skywalker.
Right. And so,
you knew that,
but it explained, this is who he was, this is how he grew up, this is how he became Darth Vader. I thought the part where he became Darth Vader was awesome.
Yeah.
The scene where they're like building him, that's awesome.
Well, in the last duel and everything was choreographed good.
Right.
I mean,
it looked good. It was a well shot movie. It was just the actors. I didn't like how whiny Anakin was, or Padme. She was kind of retarded. I didn't really like her.
Yeah, and you kept, like I said before, you kept on thinking the next one's gonna redeem it all. It's gonna make it
gonna be
because
awesomest movie
Revenge
ever.
of the Sith is gonna have to be dark, right? Because he's gonna have to fall, and it was sort of dark.
It was
but
dark.
Not the way most people wanted to see Jar Jar Binks' head cut off.
Right.
That's what we wanted to see. We wanted to see Anakin be like, you know what, screw you. And just chop Jar Jar Binks' head off. So, but that didn't happen. We need to go what?
We need to go write that movie.
We need to go write that movie. I think there's tons of lore.
Fan fiction.
I think there's a ton of fanfics about the death of Jar Jar Binks.
I know what I'm doing tonight.
We're going to be Googling that next.
We're going to be Googling the crap out of the death of Jar Jar Binks.
Death of Jar Jar Binks, yeah. And there's a lot of those how Star Wars should have ended, and a lot of them end with Jar Jar Binks dying,
Yes.
But like I said before, like, you hoped it would get better. And
when I was
little, a way it did.
When I was little, when the movies came out, I'm 22 now. Anyway, I was little when the movies came out. What year did they come out?
I Google that because I think it's I think Phantom Menace was like 99, 98, maybe 2000 at the latest. But us darn kids and can't remember our year 2000. It was a long time ago. It was like 12 years ago.
It didn't feel like that long.
Yeah. Granted, the original trilogy is a lot older than that, but it's been a long time now. So, he Googles that. As I was saying before,
1999.
99 is when that came out.
So that was...
Finish your point then. What were you saying?
Anyway, so when I was 9 years old when this movie came out. When it first came out, I liked Jar Jar Binks. I thought, hey, that guy's hilarious. I want to be just like him when I grow up. But now I look back and see how dumb I was.
Yeah, and it's like, the pod racing and stuff. We thought that was cool.
That's awesome.
It was cool
it was what it is to us. It was just like how it was when the originals came out for our parents.
Yeah.
Our parents were like, this is going to be the greatest movie. And they were. They ended up being the most awesome movies of all time. But to us, that's what, we got to live the experience that our parents had when they were younger.
That's what it is, too. It's the first time in Star Wars that a kid our age, maybe a little bit younger in some cases, was in the Star Wars universe
and he was
as
like
a main
huge
character.
part.
Like a main character, and he did a lot of cool stuff.
And
that
we
was
got
a big
to see him
appeal.
grow up and become this awesome Jedi and then fall and then everything. So it was really cool.
And so there was a big appeal to that as children that, he's someone we can relate to. And really when you step back and look at that, it was totally geared to get kids into it.
Right.
And
it's kind of like why Transformers became a TV show, because they made toys. Or was it Power Rangers? One of them, they made the toys before they made the show, and they made the show to promote the toys.
Exactly, yeah. I'm pretty sure your Transformers, thinking was that way.
Or Power Rangers. It was one of those two.
I think in Power Rangers was a show and toys, but I think you're right. I think Transformers, they came out with these cool toys, and then they had a show to promote it. Might have been G.I. Joe, too. Let us know, because this is way before our time. Tell us which one.
All the old people that watch
all you old people, no one.
All right. Well,
but no, there's going to be somebody out there who knows.
So let's just end with this. Originals or prequels?
Originals.
Yeah.
And whenever there's a kid who's like, I love Star Wars, and they've only ever seen the
first
prequels,
3.
I'm like, you sad little child.
Yeah, go.
But someday.
Funny story. I was in church this morning, and I was helping in children's church. I know this has nothing to do with, but so this one, we were talking about favorite movies, and this one little girl was like, my favorite movie is Beauty and the Beast, and the only thing I could think was, she has only ever seen that movie on DVD. She has never experienced that movie on VHS tape. Poor child.
Is VHS better?
It's the original. That's that is Beauty and the Beast. On DVD, it's like whatever. But I don't know. There's just something about the VHS
I get
makes
it.
me
Yeah.
feel old.
So on that commentary on our sad existence,
Yes.
we will leave you. Let us know which one you prefer, prequels, original trilogy. Why? Not just prequels suck, like we tried to do. Pick out some good stuff.
Yeah.
Pick out
Tell
the
us
bad
why.
stuff.
Don't
Yeah.
just say one or the other.
Yeah. And thanks.